grape juice is good. Hi, Kina. You know what? I actually miss my little lo-fi music. Let me put some on for the one time while you guys come in. I don't even know if I could trust the lo-fi no more. My glasses twisted. Because they always say no copyright, and that'd be a lie. Okay, let me see. Let's try this. Hey, Nani, there you go. Oh my god, I missed my lo-fi. I think this one is good. Let's see what kind of reading we get off of this lo-fi. Did you get your popcorn, Nani? We have opened the doorway within and let life circumstances pass through you. See, we keep getting this energy of the heart space, right? Let's put that one to the side. What is grape juice? Do y'all like grape juice? Grape juice is so good to me. What else we have? Holy Spirit, angel guides. You like grape juice? Not you having late night coffee. Girl, you're gonna really be up. Yeah, grape juice is chef kiss. It's hitting right now too. Cheers to my grape juice lovers. Presence, power. The power of your life lies in the presence of the now. Give me one more. This feels like it's all around the heart chakra. Being present. Not always thinking of the future. Like, you know that energy of when I have this, then I can. It's like sort of like, no, live now. Start doing those things now. And sometimes that looks like, I want a higher self message. Sometimes that looks like you being the first one to take that action. right? Not waiting for someone to reach out if there's something you need to say. It's like tomorrow is not promised. That's how I like to think. I don't, sometimes I'm in the masculine energy because I just always say what is on my heart and I follow what I feel guided to do in that moment. It doesn't matter if I'm rejected. I can always live with the fact that I did it. Like I I'm not wondering, you get me? Because then you can release and then you can call in. So if something rejects you, it doesn't even have to be love. That could be friendship, that can be work. Like it's just, it means like move forward, right? And sometimes they don't reject you if you say something. So sometimes people be waiting for you to reach out. Girl, so you wasn't on TikTok, but you over here on YouTube. I just started. I was asking, do y'all like grape juice? Who like grape juice? Do you like grape juice, Kiavanti? Brittany, do you like grape juice? Oh, you fell asleep? That's good. You need that rest. Hi, Brittany. Brittany, your last name Houston. Are you in Houston? Do you live out here? I know people be corny and people probably be saying that with your last name. I don't like cran grape as much. I like grape juice by itself. Hello, no. I'm just messing with you. Okay, so we have presence, power. The power of your life lies in the presence of now. So enjoy the moment. Don't worry about the future, right? All my future existers, to where y'all don't be living right now. Y'all be in the future. Hi, Mo. Enjoy the present because it's like, I feel like Spirit is saying you give your power away when you're living in the past and when you're living in the future. Your power comes from this moment. You know, gather everything that you've learned and release. Like, it's like you have to call in and you have to release. We're constantly doing that as we shift through these energies because it's like you don't want to worry about what ifs, what can happen, or how things should have went. It's like just be in what is now, what's here, and enjoy that for what it is. You get me? I had to learn how to do that. I didn't master learning how to live in the present until last year. I'm still a go-getter. I'm still working for the future. But like there be times where I be so tired and I don't even want to talk to my kids on the phone. But I remember like I have to be here now. I can't be like, oh, call me tomorrow and keep pushing it because I'm missing out on things that they're experiencing now. Like my 14-year-old, I'm her best friend, so she tells me everything. And if I'm not present with her, then, and because I'm thinking of what I have to have in the future, creating that, I'm missing her in the moment. So it's like when that future come, it's like I missed her. I'm, even if I'm just talking to her on FaceTime, I'm still seeing her. I still have the opportunity to be there with her, in her life with her, keep up with her. But if I say that I'm too busy to talk on the phone, spend all my hours working, then when that future comes, she's gonna be older. Even if it's 2 years, you get me? And then it's like, I don't even know who you are because I wasn't present with you. Because I was so focused on the future where I could be with you physically. So that's just an example, right? But so every time I make sure I answer my kids when they call because I'm like, I have to make that time. So if what that means is that I have a designated time that we talk on the phone. So that means that I have to be available at that time. I shouldn't be doing anything 2 hours prior if I know it's going to drain me, or I'm not going to have the energy. So that's on me to make that time in the present. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, just enjoy being here now, where you are now. But it don't mean forget about the future. It don't mean don't reflect on the past. Just live here. We have inner doorway. Open the door within and let life circumstances pass through you. So we have presence, power, and we have inner doorway. It's saying that that's the way to have this peace in the present moment, right? Whatever life is throwing at you, handle it in that moment and then release it. So take in what's happening, why it's happening, and then allow it to go. Don't hold on to it. And we have soul's companion. Cherish your soulmates. They accompany you in this journey of spiritual growth. We have many different soulmates. This is not just romantically, this is friendships, the bonds that we create, whether it's in person, whether it's at a distance, community, it's still soulmates, right? And it's that closeness of doing life together. So appreciate those people in your life who take the time to understand you, who are going through this journey with you, and even the ones that you leave behind, because it's like there's gonna be times that you have to let go of those soulmates. That's something that I've recently learned. Like, even if it ends up in betrayal, I don't hate the people that I made friendships with, because to be honest, I always know when it's gonna end, right? Like, I'm a psychic, so I've accepted that about myself, that I always know, even if I don't want it to. What the fuck was that? Hold on. That was a big ass fly. I thought it was a cockroach. That's how big it was. But hi Yiki. Even if I don't want it to, it's just like, I know, because I can see where the triggers are. I can see the unhealed trauma, especially when I've already worked through it. So it's like, it's gonna lead to that, where it's like, you love me now, you say you're gonna always be here, you gonna always have my back, but one day I'm gonna trigger you so fucking bad, you gonna project on me, and then you're gonna regret it, because it's happened so many times in different cycles, and they always come back, right? Because it's like, I'm true when I say I love you forever. When the Pisces love you, we love you. Okay? Like, but I'm also not a chaser. So it's like, if you betray me, it's kind of like you forced to be on the other side, because I know how I love. And, but I still enjoy the moments when it's there, because I know one day it's going to end. And I know that there are some soulmates where it won't ever end, because some soulmates are for that lifetime, but many soulmates you're going to depart from, right? So it's like the detachment. Get used to that. Learn to detach, but also learn to enjoy the present. It's that duality. Hold on to it and appreciate it, but don't hold on to it. Let it go when it's time to let go. Hey Loyalty, oh, you on one tonight. You was on the TikTok and you on the YouTube. Okay. All right. So we have infinite possibilities. Advice from your higher self. At every moment, life presents us with a myriad of possibilities. Our choices, beliefs, and actions shapes the path we walk, but the horizon of potential is boundless. Encountering the infinite possibilities card is an exhilarating message from your higher self. suggesting you're standing at a crossroad of potential. Embrace this moment with optimism and courage. Know that the universe is vast and your potential within it is limitless. Dream big, act with intention, and watch as the world unfolds its magic before you. So, what are you trying to create in this moment? Right? It's like it's possibilities and potentials attached to it to where it can go in different directions. You can will the outcome you want, but you also have to act on it. So it's like we get opportunities and we lose opportunities. But sometimes we lose opportunities when we're not focused, when we're not ready, we're not disciplined enough. But that opportunity comes back around another cycle, and then you'll be more ready. You might lose it again, right? But it's like a practice. That's why it's like if you're learning to enjoy the present moment and not really holding on and learning how to detach, but enjoying it, you'll begin to understand that we create these cycles as they come. So it's like a revolving door. You guys know what that is, right? It's gonna keep moving, like, I guess, like spinning. I think if I'm thinking of the right thing. So every time you walk through that door, it's like it'll take you out and in the same way. But it don't mean that every time you go through that door, you're gonna be the same. So the door is gonna be there, but how you come out is different. That's how it is with these cycles, right? So it's like you could always create a new opportunity in a relationship, in a career, in a friendship, in a business, in in a dynamic with your family, because it's how you do it from what you learn. You just do it in a different way because you're different, right? And then that would be that present moment. So it's like the future, past, and present is always connected because it's always the same. Like, just really think about it. I know y'all get that because that's why these readings, it's like you'll hear one thing and you'll be in that cycle and it resonate, and then when you grow out that energy, you enter another cycle and you realize that like that cycle you thought had already happened didn't happen yet because your future self hadn't existed yet to know how to handle it, and now you understand things differently because of how much you've grown. So you're repeating what you had in that last place but different. Let's use a relationship as an example. There was a relationship where you went through the same motions, right? And then it's with a different person in a different season of your life. The same motions are being presented, but the way you handle it is different. So now you realize you're attracting different because of what you're not accepting, right? You're changing the outcome. And then if you get rid of that person entirely and you attract a new person, you realize you didn't attract the person like the past person you did, and you didn't attract the person like you attracted in the last person before then. It's so much more different. They still got issues, right? And you might still need to learn in that cycle, and then you get better the next cycle. So it's like but you got to be present in the moment, like, and sometimes you come back with that soulmate and sometimes you don't, right? But again, it's that detaching and understanding that there's always opportunity. So that's why spirit is always like, when you are being told to let go, just let go because there's something better. And what that something better is what is to come, what you're about to be taught, what you're about to experience is better. And then when if you still want an opportunity with what you missed in the past, it'll come back around when it's in the right energy to match you because you've gone through your journey, and then You can decide then, do I still want this? But the opportunity always presents itself, right? It just needs time. Everyone needs time. Time to heal. And we gotta let go of things like, because everybody's healing in their own way. It's like if, like I'll use an example and then I'll let that one go. But I remember when I first started in one cycle that I was in with my counterpart, he was all talk, no action. So he wanted to see me, but he wasn't taking action. And then I was giving him grace. But then when I started seeing him post being out with his friends, it triggered me. Because it's like, how are you telling me you want to spend time with me, but you're not making time, but you're making time with your friends? For your friends? That pissed me off. But what I learned from that over the course of me being in new cycles was my feelings were valid, but also I don't know what he's processing. I'm not in his mind, so I don't know why he's not doing it. Maybe he got scared. Maybe he saw something in me and was like, maybe I didn't have good intentions for her when I first invited her over, or I wanted to hang out with her. Or maybe I'm scared to be seen with her. We're so different. You get me? It could have been so many different reasons to why he did that. And it's like, my point is that, like, over time, I got to understand him differently. My outlook on him changed, and I'm sure his outlook changed on me as well. The place that we are now is in a good place. There's no bad blood. There's no rush. There's communication and understanding on what I want, where he is, and now it's just time. But that time doesn't indicate that I'm going to wait for you. It just means do what you need to do, but I'm not upset with you. But it's because I had a better understanding of him throughout these cycles and myself. Because even though my feelings were valid, it's still it's still something you need to detach from. Because it's the same way if someone hit me up and I don't feel like talking, it doesn't mean that I feel any kind of way. I might be going through something and I just don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to talk to anyone, right? So it's like, sometimes that's a codependency of us having to have things go our way. And then when you don't know, you're boggling your brain over why. That's not living in the moment. It's like your energy should always be solid. No one should shift your energy. So that's what I learned. I got to a place of contentment, learning that, like, oh, I really love this person because even when they trigger me, I still try to understand them and I care for them. But I also love myself enough to have my boundaries up. And I've learned to not get so attached that their energy or what they do affects my present energy. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it looks like to live in the moment. Like, don't have an expectation of the outcome. Don't have don't feel that you have to be so demanding of, like, someone having to answer to you. It's the same way you don't want to have to answer to them. But we have to look at it from that perspective. And in time, if it comes back around, it comes back around. But just be grateful for the companion when it is present. Because sometimes, look, what that leads to is when they're finally absent of your energy, they get to miss you. They get to realize how much they care for you. They get to realize how important you are. And maybe that's what they needed. And maybe that's what you needed. But either way, it's like, what will be will. You can't miss it. You get me? So open the door within and let life circumstances pass through you. And what that looks like is like, it doesn't mean you're not going to get hurt. It doesn't mean you're not going to cry. You're not going to have fits. Life is hard, you know? Loneliness is real. Like, but just don't let it stick to you. Let it pass through you, because it's going to happen a lot of times. It's going to happen a lot. That's just life. All right. What else, Holy Spirit? Now we're going to get into the tarot. So that's the overall message. Oh yeah, you definitely don't need to rush into another relationship. Sometimes what there's something better means is not necessarily that there's another person, right? It could be with that old person. It's saying that what you're stressing about, what you're wanting in this moment, you don't need to stress about it. Because if it's not working out, it's for a reason. And sometimes people are just healing. Sometimes people aren't in that right space and energy. And it's better for you to separate and them do their work and come back at a later time than for you to come together in that moment. And then it's more conflict and it doesn't work out the way that you think it's going to work. So that something better can be you finding out that you're good at something and you want to now experience that. So your focus isn't even on that connection. Your focus is on this new skill and this new talent that you found in yourself you can build, work on, or you got a better job opportunity and you're putting more investment into work because you have this new, you have something new you want to build, but you got to invest in it. Like, you get me? It's not always necessarily like new love, or you could even find a new friend, hobby, but it's something better than the current situation that you're experiencing. Hi, Saroon. I don't know what that means, Kansas. All right, what we got, Holy Spirit, angel guides? Ooh, we got the star. So y'all know the star is somebody who is healing. But this star, she looks like she's somebody who's hopeful, but she's risen. Tell me more about the star. Oh, she's the Queen of Wands. Let's cover her up. Okay, so she's a star. Because with this energy and the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands, somebody who's powerful, who has strong boundaries, who's magnetic. And that energy mixed with the star is somebody who's a healer, somebody who's healing, somebody who shines. But she not only attracts, she pours out, right? But she does have a bright light. She's very confident in herself. She's self-sufficient. She's secure. With that star energy, it's like we could say she's 100% healed, right? But I don't think we're ever 100% healed. Hi, Daryl. No, this is collective. I don't think anybody's ever 100% healed, but I do believe that we graduate, right? We get to a certain point where we are healed enough to function well in life. Like, because it's like, I don't feel like you can just pinpoint on somebody and tell them, oh, you're not healed here, or you're healed here. Like, that's personal to all of us. There's certain lessons we learn in life to where we learn how to heal and look at things. So when we tap into that Queen of Swords energy, that's kind of where we're just very honest. No matter how it hurts or we don't like what we see, we're honest with ourselves about how we feel and what we see. We're not delusional or in self-denial, because that honesty then helps you heal, because now you know, like, well, I'm not going to accept this. I need to put a boundary here because this is why this is happening, da 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 da, right? But when you have that Queen of Wands energy, that is the boundaries. But you need to use all of them together so you can know when to use the Queen of Swords, when to use the Queen of Wands, when to use the Queen of Cups, when to use the Queen of Pentacles. And that's that whole Empress or Emperor, right? So it's like you're healed enough to where you know how to operate. You know how to protect yourself, but you also know how to be open. You know how to hold back, but you know how to give. It's that balance. So I feel like this Queen of Wands, she's come to a place where she has a balance, or she will. What else? Well, you don't need to go looking for the person. The universe is going to align you. So all you need to do is focus on yourself, your healing. And then it's like, remember, enjoy the moment. If it's an acquaintance, it's an acquaintance. But it's just enjoying the moment. Don't attach to anything. You're going to naturally attract it, whether it's someone from the past or it's a new person. You literally just have to worry about healing yourself, because healing yourself is what's going to attract that person doing the same work. But if you try to control the situation, thinking about who your person is going to be and how they're going to be and when they're going to come, then it's not going to, you're not going to attract that. You get me? Because it's like you're not focused on you. You're focused on who you're going to be with. We have Seven of Pentacles. Oh, there. I was like, wait, what? We have Queen of Pentacles. Okay. See, I feel like we have this Queen of Wands. She's shining. But see, this Queen of Wands is really focused on herself. She's not paying attention to anything other than what she's built. It's like her energy field is protected, right? Now we have a Seven of Pentacles person over here. This energy is separate from her, but they're sitting here working hard. They're working on something. They're working on creating some sort of stability, right? But while they're sitting there working on that stability, they're thinking. They're thinking about, we have a Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is that Queen of Wands. See, this masculine is thinking about her while he's working. But I feel like what he's working on is some sort of stability to be able to have that. So it's like he hasn't invited her into that world, but he's thinking about coming home to someone. A Queen of Pentacles energy, she's a nurturer. She could be a homebody, but she's someone who's very grounded and stable. She's someone who is like, she's steady, she's sure, right? I don't think I can get used to giving my heart and learning to accept letting go as I continue to grow. Then don't give your heart. Keep your heart to yourself until someone gives you theirs. I mean, it's all you got. If something isn't working, you just change how you've been doing it. So if giving your heart gets you hurt, try allowing someone to give you theirs. All right, so he's thinking about this, though. I feel like this is what's on his mind. It's he's thinking about that Queen of Wands, but he's really focused on like coming home to someone. I feel like he's been content by himself, but he's really focused on money. He's really focused on creating something, which I feel like it's a home, right? Like masculines worry about providing, they worry about taking care of a family, they worry about being able to lead, and they care about being respected. So I feel like this Queen of Wands is minding her business. She's not focused on them, but her light is very bright. But I feel like he's focused on her and seeing her as this person that he wants that stability with. It's hard to explain because it's like he is focused on her, but he's not focused on her. It's not, he hasn't made this decision yet. He's just imagining it, right? Like a what if type theory. He's working very hard to create this, but it doesn't feel like he's ready. It doesn't feel like he's ready to jump into it. It just feels like he's like what it would take. He's daydreaming. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Spirit. He's daydreaming about it. Like, what would it be like to be in a relationship with her, come home to her, and have her give me that Queen of Pentacles energy? Because this Queen of Wands haven't given him that energy. She has her boundaries up. So it's like, you know, before you sleep with somebody, there's that imagination of what would it be like, right? And if you prolong it, it's going to be a longer daydream of like, what is it going to be like when we finally da 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 da. It's anticipating, and sometimes that the longer you make a person wait, that's not for everybody. It don't really matter like that, but it could make them fall in love with you, right? So then it's like all that built up emotions and longing. So when that time comes, it's just like, it's amazing because you daydreamed about it for so long, because it wasn't something that like you could just have instant gratification for. That's the vibe that I'm getting off of this masculine, where it's like she never overgave to him, this Queen of Wands. This is how she was. She stood her boundary. Her light is bright. She's kind, but she has boundaries. So he still has to earn her. He still has to, like, this is not a feminine who start cooking for this masculine. You get me? It's like she didn't just start rearranging her whole life for them. She just, even if she's kind to them, she matches their energy. So whatever he gives to her is what she works with out of that. She doesn't go beyond that. So this is why he's sitting there thinking about what it could be. Like, if there is someone he wants to settle down with, it would be her. Because he's imagining, like, what would it be like? We got the Two of Swords, we got the Three of Wands. He hasn't made a decision yet. He knows that it requires growth. But it's like, he also have, because remember, he's daydreaming about it. I feel like he's wanting it more and more. I don't think that he wanted this initially. It's something about now. Now he's daydreaming about it. We got the Seven of Cups. That's more daydreaming. Four of Pentacles. This is why he's holding back. But he's also saving his money. And then we got Two of Cups. He's daydreaming. He's wondering what it would be like to really be in a relationship with that Queen of Wands. A real committed one. One where it's like they're married. But it's not like a fantasy type thing. It's like a real life thing of like being ready for it though. Because I feel like if this masculine decides that he wants to do this, he's gonna be 100% all in. Like, he's not someone who's just like, I'm attracted to you or attracted to me. Let's become boyfriend, girlfriend. Maybe one day get married. It's like he really thinks it all through. Like, I feel like he enjoyed being single. He didn't want to have to worry about someone's emotions, or he was content alone. Y'all know when y'all content being by yourself, like, you don't want to deal with no drama. You don't want to, I feel like this masculine just he didn't desire a relationship, but he's sitting here daydreaming about it with her. And it's like he's asking himself, like, am I ready for this growth? But I have a feeling he's gonna pursue it, because it's like, I feel like he can't stop thinking about it. It's like a seed's been planted in his head, and that seed is beginning to grow. So each and every day, it's like, I might want this. We got Six of Wands, the Chariot, Death, okay. This would be a rebirth. He would have to leave some people behind. Some people will be disappointed by him moving in this direction. But again, like, I feel like this masculine is daydreaming. He has not made a decision. We have the Six of Wands, Chariot, and Death, right? Rebirth. Why is the Six of Wands here? Oh, look. Okay. So he's having this whole fantasy in his mind. This could even be a dream, but I really feel like it's a daydream. Like, this masculine is daydreaming. I can't believe I'm reading this energy like this. That's why I'm reading it slow, because I'm like, this doesn't feel like something where he's like, yeah, I know I'm moving towards this feminine, and I've made this decision that I want her. It just feels like he's thinking of her, thinking of what a life could be like with her, settling down with her, choosing her. it's like he has to see it in his mind first to then really want it. I don't think everyone is like that. For me, it's like, I think in the past, I used to just like, if I like you, I could visualize a life with you, but it's fantasy, right? It's like, you don't really know that person yet. But that's not what this masculine is doing. This masculine, he's studied this feminine. He's observed her. He knows that she has boundaries. And it's like a serious choice for him. So he's not daydreaming. Even in his daydream even in his daydream is very intentional. Like that's how I'm trying to explain it, because this masculine is picturing himself being successful. He's like, okay, let's say I do choose her, right? Because remember, he's at work. He's working and he's thinking of her. I feel like it's a slow thing. It starts where it's like a seed was planted. Then at work, he's thinking about her. Then every time he goes out, he's thinking about her. Then he's reminded of her. Like, like constantly she's going to be on his mind, and he'll just be thinking about it until he gives into it. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel like it's starting. I don't feel like he was like, oh, that feminine is the one. He might have felt something, but it's still different when you start really getting to know someone and you really like what you see, right? It's like a crush that it feels like a long crush, and then it becomes a real thought. Like, I don't think they thought, because masculines and feminines are different. We tend to like daydream and be like, we're ready to get married tomorrow. Masculines, they don't think that way. They like us because we're beautiful. They like us because our energy feels good to them. But they don't really love us until they know us. You get me? Until they spend real time with us. So it's like this masculine, he hasn't spent real time with this feminine, but he just sees her boundaries. So he has that imagination of like I think her boundaries make him want her. And then that idea being planted in his mind about like really committing to her. He's daydreaming, and then he sees himself being successful, right? Like how he would want to come in. So he's like, he feels like there would be competition, right? Like all these other masculines fighting for her. Even women, look, you got women up there too. But he's like, he expects there to be haters. This is what he's imagining, right? In his mind, he expects there to like be haters, and like it's a battlefield to get to her. But he's like, but I would be this confident King of Wands. I would match her energy. So it's like it's like a movie, right? It's like he's just having this little daydream in his mind about it. Like, if I married her, I would come in on my white horse. It's like he's picturing himself like a hero. Like he's coming in and he's rescuing her. All right, there we go. Finally getting it out. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Yep, he's romanticizing it, right? And we have the Nine of Cups. It's like he wants to be her every wish, her every desire. So I feel like this is a masculine that sees her worth. And he knows that he would have to be this King of Wands. He would have to match her energy. But he's building something. And I feel like I said, it comes to the way the energy starts to grow. It just starts with a little thought. And then it becomes more and more like he starts to want it, desire it. We're still in his thoughts. We have 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, Temperance, Emperor. Look, it even ends with him laying there sleeping. So remember I said it's like he's thinking about her a lot. He's thinking about her at work. He's thinking about her wherever he goes. It's like he's reminded of her. And then look, even at night when he go to sleep, she's on his mind. So I feel like this masculine's going to end up pursuing her because but it starts with this idea of settling down with her, and he starts seeing it. That's how we manifest too. When we start seeing it in our mind and we start fantasizing, we want it. But see, I don't feel like his fantasy is unrealistic because this is what else he sees. He sees 10 of Swords. This is how he sees her. Like, she's very tired. She's bruised, or she works very hard. It's like he sees, maybe he feels like she's struggling. But remember I said he almost seems like he sees himself like a hero. Like he's rescuing her from something, some bondage, some struggle, some hardship. But he doesn't know her. So I don't think that he sees her as like someone who's been betrayed. I think he just sees her as someone who works really, really hard. It's almost like he could see through her. You get me? Because that's what he sees. Even though this is what she looks like, he still sees this. But it doesn't make him appreciate her any less. And it's like, it's not an ego thing where it's like, oh, I get to go save her, she's so wounded. It's more like he knows that she's been through a lot. She works really hard. I don't know what it is about that part right there. Hold on, because he sees her as someone that he can build long-term wealth with. Like, he wants to have kids with her. This is still the daydream. He wants to have kids with her. He wants to introduce her to his family. He wants to support her. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Remember, he's a hard worker. So this masculine makes money. He works very hard for his money. But he's not looking at her like from a gold digger perspective of like, ooh, she work really hard, she make money too. It's not like that. But he does see that. Like, it's more like he feels like she's a match because he works very hard. So she's like the female version of him where she's working hard too on what she's building. And he's like, it reminds him of himself. Because even if he takes care of her, she's not going to stop working. She has her own dreams. She has her own goals, and he admires that. So it's like this masculine would want to invest in her and her dreams, help support her become who she's becoming. But he's seeing that she's still doing it anyway. She's carrying it. Even though it's heavy and it's burdensome, he wants to take the load off of her. But he knows that she's going to do it anyways. He doesn't need her. And that's where he's like, He really admires her because it's like she doesn't need anyone, but I still would like to give to her, take that load off of her back. And it's like together they can generate wealth, right? So he doesn't want her because he knows she's someone who works hard and makes money, but he admires it. Like, if there's anyone he would want to share his legacy with, would be someone who is just like him, who has that same determination, who has that same drive and desire. See, he sees her as a hard worker. Eight of Pentacles. And whatever she's doing, he sees her as very good at it. Like she's been mastering it, right? Because look, she has all these pentacles back here. So she doesn't have it all together yet. But he's seen this. So you know what? He could have watched her. This could have been some time that these two have known each other, because he could have watched her struggle, because this is what he's seen and this is what he also sees. Like she looks different in both of these, because right here, somebody say hi. Hi, Mama Key. Right here, it's like she's struggling, she's tired, she's beat up. But right here, it's like she doesn't look as tired. She looked like she's learned through this. But I feel like he met her when she was here. So he's seen her go through some struggle. And then this is what she built for herself. And this is what she began to master. So how do I explain it? It's like when someone met, it's like he could have met her when she was at a low point in her life, right? So this is a timeline for this storyline. He met her when she was at a low point where she was struggling. She was in a very hard, tough, dark place. And then over time, whatever she started, she continued working on it and she got really good at it. So he's seen the change, he's seen the development. So he really admires her. And then remember, he's seen her as this Queen of Wands. So it's like, I wouldn't say that this masculine watched her for a long time to see if she was gonna make good money and then he was gonna choose her. Because it could sound like that, but it's like he's known her for a long time. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like he's known her for a long time and he's seen her development. That's how he knows she's a hard worker, because he saw where she started. So whatever she started in the beginning, he saw it. And he saw it develop. Temperance, the Emperor. Okay, I feel like that was just the side note, right? Now going back to the daydream, that was just information that he saw her build something in real life. So going back to the daydream, when he's thinking about her being a Queen of Pentacles to him, right, which is pretty much his wife, he's like, in his daydream, he saw her go from, it's like rags to riches. He's seen her go from rags to riches. And he desires her. He's picturing himself having a family with her, the wealth that they would accumulate together. Because she's good on her own and he's good on his own. So he's like, together, our children would leave a legacy. It's like he would be so proud to be with her because he feels like he has a prize, right? Like I was explaining on TikTok, the Proverbs 31 woman. The Proverbs 31 woman, her husband was a go-getter. He was out there doing his thing. She didn't have to go to work, but that's just who she was. So she also worked outside the home, but she always had the home down pat, right? So that's like a special kind of woman, feminine. So he's like, she matches him. She's the feminine version of who he is as a masculine. And it's like she's unstoppable because even if he provide that soft life for her, she's going to be right there working her ass off beside him. So it's like he's in love with her drive, who she is, and it's like he just admires her, and that makes him fall in love with her because he saw her from the very beginning do that for herself. She didn't depend on anybody. She didn't wait on anybody. She most of all didn't wait on him. Like, she didn't wait on anybody to choose her. She just did what she had to do. And I feel like that inspired him. What he was also hiding was that it helped him want to become an emperor, right? And you see, he keeps seeing having a child with her. But okay, now I it's like a mix between the daydream and reality. So the reality was when he met her, she was at a low point and she was working really hard. And I think in reality, that struck his desire to step into this emperor energy. Like, I think he was working hard too, but he wasn't an emperor. So it's like he saw her drive and was like, whoa, I've never seen somebody work like that. Like, she's going after what she wants. And it inspired him to, like, be this emperor. So it's like he could have been a king of pentacles. So he could have had stability. He could have had things for himself. But it doesn't mean he was prepared for a family. Then it's like her drive just fueled him to become that emperor, not necessarily for her, but out of inspiration. You get what I'm saying? So that when he was ready to be an emperor, I mean, when he was ready to settle down, have a family, he would be prepared. But then one day, it's like he begins to daydream about her being that Queen of Pentacles to him. What would it be like to be with her? And then remember I told you guys the daydream where he's picturing himself coming in as this hero. And then he's reflecting on how hard she worked. So it's almost like he wants to save her, but it's really him helping her. Because I feel like he wants to, she's already good on her own, but it's like he wants to help her get where she's trying to get faster. So he's coming in to take some sort of load off of her because he does have more than she does. But he sees that he's not intimidated by her success, right? You know how some people could be intimidated, like, oh, they're gonna make more. He's like proud of her. So he wants to come in to help her balance out. It's almost like he feels like he owes it to her because she's helped him become this emperor. But she doesn't know this. You get me? She doesn't know this. So it's like a cross between his daydream and reality. He's daydreaming about her all the time at work. That's the seed that's been planted. But in reality, he's been becoming this emperor. And more, he's realizing that, like, he wants to be her emperor. Does that make sense? Ooh, that was a lot. What else? We have Five of Cups sideways. Why is that here? Page of Cups. Oh. He does owe her an apology. We got Five of Cups sideways. We got Queen of Cups. We got the Fool. So before he would approach her, now this is back to reality, he feels like he owes her an apology because maybe in the past he gave her real bare minimum effort, barely any. He barely gave her any effort. And she was a Queen of Cups, so he did see her soft side. Remember I said in the beginning she could have been kind, but she had her boundaries up. So it's like that sample. It's like when you sample something, you get a little taste of it, but you gotta still buy it. You still gotta earn it. I mean, if you look at it from that lens, it's like he didn't give her much emotions either. So she might have gave him more than he gave her, but she still kind of gave him a sample's worth. So it's like they both kind of gave each other a sample. What else? Okay, they had complications. We got the Five of Wands in the reverse. We got Death in the reverse. We have Seven of Pentacles. So again, this has to do with time, right? This has to play out. Remember, I read past, present, future. So the point that we started off in this reading was that she was a Queen of Wands, and then he was picturing her being his wife, and he's reflecting on where he met her, the chapter he walked in her life. She was struggling, so he watched her grow. But at some point in their journey, they had conflict because there was a point where he wasn't changing his ways. He was resistant to change. And I feel like that kept some sort of conflict going between them that led to somebody walking away. But see, they would also come back together. It would they would walk away and then they would come back together. We got the Four of Wands. Now, this could have been a twin flame dynamic too, right? But it doesn't have to be. It could be counterpart too. There's no specific on what type of energy it was. But I do feel like there was a lot of love and they saw themselves in each other. From the very beginning, it's like they're different, but very much the same. They complement each other in their masculine, feminine energy. And it's like every time they would come back together, they would get closer. Things would get exciting. The love would grow. So we got the King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower. Okay, that makes sense. I have some other cards over here I didn't read. But with the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, this masculine unexpectedly realizes he has emotions for her, right? Very strong feelings because he's changed. Remember, she inspired his change, his growth. Now we're back to the Seven of Pentacles, Justice, the Devil, Strength. He's daydreaming about her because he knows who she is and they've had some sort of history. With the Seven of Pentacles and Justice, this is karma, right? But this is also balancing out. So this is where we started with him daydreaming about her. He ends up coming to a conclusion that he has to set things right. because the way he behaved in the past. And it's like he's sure that this connection is what he wants. He has a lot of passion for her. We got the devil. We got the strength, courage. But it's like he's attracted to her because she's so strong. So it's like, even though they had issues in the past, he's not intimidated by her strength. He's inspired by it. It makes him really attracted to her, how strong and powerful she is. That explains why we had the star in the beginning too. So now we're back to that same energy. And then we're going to leave it there. It's like he comes to that conclusion. He wants to grow. He wants to expand with her. Not just grow, because he's been growing on his own because she had already inspired that. But it's like he's now making this choice. He's made the choice that he wants to grow. He wants to spend some time with her. He wants to take her out on a date. She's his desire. She's his wish fulfillment. So pretty much what we just went through was his thought process, his daydream, what she awakened in him, what she inspired in him. He saw her go through a tough period, and she didn't give up on herself. He saw her transitions, and it inspired him to become this emperor. And throughout that journey, he got to a point where it's like he can't stop thinking about her. He's always thinking about what it would be like to settle down with her. And I think those thoughts, that daydream, is a thing that pushes him into action to completing becoming this emperor and then pursuing her and wanting to grow with her. Whew. All right. That was a lot to figure out. My energy is shot. I'm tired. I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. If you guys like the reading, go ahead and hit the like button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.